So Trump and the troops are coming to Chicago. Hi, I'm Darren Monroe. I used to work on Kamala Harris's campaign, one of tens of thousands, part of the engagement team, and 30 years marketing branding experience. And what I do these days is remove people from the chaos of Trumpism to clarity. So listen completely throughout everything. This is sponsored by my Clarity Group. Get in my group before the price doubles. The link is in the description and it's also on the homepage. You definitely want to make that investment. Lock in the whole year. The whole year is only like $100. It's totally worth it. You can reach me personally any time of the day and night, 24/7 via email. And you get 2 live events with recordings every single week. 2 on Tuesdays and Saturdays. And one last thing, you're going to feel 1,000% better. I got reports, clarity reports about things social media would never let me talk about, like the election, like the secret investigations, like the civil wars going on in America. There's 5 different types of civil wars. The Epstein Files Society. I got a 3-part series on that alone. 4th part is coming in a couple of days. Here's the thing I want to share with you. This man coming to Chicago, he's been trying to get Chicago for the longest, everybody. He has. Ever since he got punked. The MAGA people punked him. You wonder, well, what do you mean, Darren? The MAGA people punked him. UIC, he was supposed to do a MAGA event in early 2016. I think it was March of 2016. And the UIC students acted a fool. They shut it down. And it scared the Secret Service and it scared him. And they didn't make it happen. It was beautiful. The first and only time they've shut down a MAGA event was in Chicago. And he has hated Chicago since. And quite frankly, rightfully so. To hell with the man. You know what's funny for me? Let me show you something. Trump Towers. I get to see it every single day. Trump Towers. Just like it. God's got a plan for me. Woo! So here's the thing. Let me break it down to you like this. This guy's going to send these troops around everywhere, and they're not going to do anything. Yes, some incidents are going to happen where people get hurt, unfortunately. But at the same time, it's not going to be because of the violence that he talks about, because even the people, who aren't even, don't want to be anywhere near the neighborhoods, they think the crime could be better, even though it's getting better over the last year and a half. That's the one thing Mayor Brendan Johnson has done very well, okay? I always told people, if a West Sider can't seem to pull down crime, then ironically speaking, we be okay. But the reality is that there's no major drama going on here. This ain't 5 years ago with George Floyd and riots and all of that. It wasn't that. No, it ain't that. He's wishing it was, but it wasn't. It's going to be the same thing as D.C., same thing as L.A. It's going to, 1, cause protests. 2, it's going to cause the people who are there on behalf of the military to wonder why they're there. That brings me to one of the 5 civil wars that are happening that I talk about in my Clarity Group. So you definitely want to get in that group. One of them is military. What's going on military-wise? Well, here's what people in the military told me, both in the military and retired. They said, and I quote, from every branch of military I've talked to, they're ready. They're ready. And that their oath is to the Constitution. Now, they don't even know how many people are on their side, but it sounds like it's a lot of them. I mean, we got, 6 million military people? It sounds like we got quite a few. And here's what really you got to look at. They don't like Hegseth. They ain't feeling Hegseth. Hegseth has zero respect as a leader. So at this particular point, especially when he's firing respected staff, like recently he fired a general because Trump didn't like him. And him firing women and firing blacks and browns is obvious. And the military didn't like that. The military didn't like the idea that they were pulling down the stories about women in the military and blacks serving in the military. Heck, they even tried to take down Jackie Robinson. Come on now. What I'm trying to tell you, military said they're ready. And I believe them. I do. I believe them. I think what's also what we're looking at also is someone who's trying to upplay a situation that's not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. And I don't think that the military prepared to execute on the orders of Trump doing something extreme. Ooh, Trump extreme? No, that doesn't happen. But yeah, it's real. It's coming down. And what I'm trying to tell people is to be prepared for what you're about to see with the military. Don't be surprised. It's going to be precision, from my understanding, precision key points that are going to happen. It's not going to be some big war, fallout, military shooting, violence. No, there may be some excursions. I'm not saying it'll be zero violence, but I will say that it will not be all out civil war. The red states are trying to do that, thus them sending their troops over to blue states, which is completely disrespectful. But I think that the 23 governors and attorney generals are smart. They're the only ones out the Democratic Party that's got brains as far as leadership. And that's not to knock all of Congress, that's just to knock the leadership of Congress. Schumer and Jeffries should have been gone months ago. And the people who are there, the senators and the House of Representative members who are Democratic, don't have the balls to do it. That's what it comes down to. So we're in a situation where we got weak-ass congressional Democratic leadership, but the governors are stellar. They have defended us from so much. I mean, they prevented in the last 30 weeks, feels like 30 months, 30 weeks, so many things. Like when they froze that $1 trillion, tried to shut down Medicaid, governors was all over their ass. They weren't playing. They have won a lot of court cases. Understand, out of all these court cases, right now Trump is 18 and 111 in temporary injunctions, permanent injunctions, state injunctions, national injunctions, and case rulings. So when you think he's winning, no, he's not. That's the truth. But the other element in here we got to think about, we got to be prepared for, is the way in which he's trying to create drama. We got to catch that drama quick. You know who was smart in the last several weeks? I kind of praised him in a way. Who's been very intelligent has been Iran. Trump went over there, bombed them, and then told them, let's have peace. Now, Iran normally is the ultimate clapback people, right? They played it very smart. They knew that this country was not the problem. It's him. And there are other countries who recognize that, thank God. And it's not so much, oh, I'm bad, nobody's going to hit me back. No, they know that he's trying to use this to create a domestic and international situation that ain't there. That's what they know. And I'm glad that they grasped the severity of that situation. Because people here would have suffered just as much over there. He would have sent out troops, lock everything down. That's what he's trying to do now. The problem is there's no major emergency. All they're going to go out here and do in Chicago is run around in vehicles and look tough. That's all that's going to happen. Same thing in D.C. And all it does is kick up and spur up our base. It's a blessing. Sending troops to Chicago is a blessing. This guy didn't get shot. He didn't win. And he's on that list. Fuck him forever. And I want you to understand the bigger picture of this. Because when you understand the bigger picture, you'll realize that panic is not the option. Stop letting these left alarmists put you in a position of panic and losing your mind over this man's drama. He wants the drama to get you to ignore Epstein. And the fact that he released all those thousands of Epstein files just to be 95% of the stuff that was already public. Then they're not saying anything to Garcia, the Democratic head of the Oversight Committee. He's trying to go to House of Representatives, DOJ, go to the White House, and everybody's stonewalling him because he knows it's like, listen, this is bull, and it is. So we're waiting this out. We're playing a long-term game of a marathon with a bunch of sprinters, and that's why his record is 108, is 18 and 111. That's why he's losing. That's why he's in trouble. And, he's in trouble health-wise. I'm not one to talk about health, but listen, I'm 25 years younger than the guy, and I weigh less than the guy, and he's in bad trouble. He's in trouble. And what I want all of you to understand is that this is a waiting game. Don't get me wrong. If he keels over and can't be president anymore, J.D. Vance is going to be worse because he's a slickster. He's a big slickster. We got to watch him big time. But Trump out the picture could be a pretty good thing. And I'm not suggesting anybody harm him, assassinate, none of that. I'm talking about his health, catching up with him. It looks like it is. And he's going to be in a lot of trouble. And we're witnessing the downfall. This man's got 365 days or less. Then he's out the door. Okay? So here's what I need you to do. Beyond getting in my link in the description or on the homepage and joining my Clarity group, before you miss out, it's going to double up in price and then close. I'm not playing. It's exclusive. There's another element in here too. You need to definitely binge watch my last 10 plus videos. Look at my playlist here. Get a good idea what's going on there. I'm going to be live on Thursday. I'm doing a live session. I hadn't set it up yet, but I'm doing a live session. I'm trying to go, 24 hours or at least several hours. I don't know if I'll make 25. We'll see. I might, but yeah, I'm going live talking about the State of the Union, the real State of the Union, and where we at, the state of the liberal union, the rebel nation, all right? Okay. Keep hanging in there with me. And check out my next video here. This ought to be pretty interesting.